Hello everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I am going to be showing you how to make this bow. A subscriber sent me this tutorial. It was in what I found is Portuguese. I do not, however, speak Portuguese, neither does my subscriber. So she needed me to be able to take this and put this into English directions so she understood. I'm not 100% certain how great Google Translate is because it told me the name of this bow was Blackberry Bow Inverted. So I'm not sure if that's right, but I'm just going to call this an inverted boutique bow because that just sounds better. But here we go. I will give you a close-up of that. You are going to need for this bow 4 pieces of 1.5 inch wide grosgrain in 13 inches long. Separate them in 2 groups, so you have 2 pieces here, 2 pieces here. You are also going to need 3 pieces of that same 1.5 inch wide grosgrain in 6 inch strips. I V-cut my ends because these are going to be spikes. You are also going to need some straight pins, double prong clips. Helpful but not needed is a salon clip. You are going to need a clip of your choice to put on it, lined if it needs to be. I am using a French barrette as you saw on that one. You are going to need your lighter, your scissors. You're going to need a needle and thread. You are also going to need your glue gun. Not needed, but shown here is a ribbon slider for the center. I wanted to do something different with this one, so I glued a bunch of these iridescent pearls. They're flat back pearls. I glued them onto the slider using E6000. That being said, we are going to start. Make sure all of your ribbon is heat sealed. You do not need to V-cut these ends. Fold the ribbon in half. Normally we would come up to here and use the lighter to make the crease. We are not doing that this time. Instead, we are going to take one of those straight pins and use it like so. Make sure your straight pin is straight in it and it's not going off at a crooked angle like that. You are then going to bring the ends together, overlap them. Mine is overlapped probably about 1/4 inch. Just eyeball it where you can see it's just overlapped a little bit, not a whole lot, but enough that this next step works, where you're going to take another straight pin and use that to attach the layers together like so. Now, a normal boutique bow, if you were doing it in 2 parts like this, you would do that and call it a day. Actually, no, you would do that and call it a day. We're not doing that. We're, however, taking that and bringing the ends up through where it looks like that. As you can see, 1, 2 sides, and you're going to take your double prong clips. This is where they come into handy. going to take these straight pins out. Make sure to keep these straight. Hold them down. And use the double prong clip to clip everything together for now. You're going to make sure you get it towards the center so it's holding everything into place. If you're not 100% confident in it not wiggling, you can actually take 2 of them and do that while you put them aside. However, I think for me, 1 is more than enough. So this is what you end up with on the first one. You are going to put that aside. Grab another clip out, and you are going to do the same to the other piece. So make sure the ends line up. Fold them in half. Take your straight pen and use it to mark the center point. And again, make sure your pin is in straight. Mine, for some reason, just keeps wanting to go crooked. There we go. Come down, bring the ends together like so. Overlap them slightly, as you can see there, just slightly. And take another straight pin and use it to pin those ends together. As I said, a normal boutique bow, we would be doing that. You're, however, going to be taking the ends and bringing it to the top, like so. And you're going to want to take your pins and kind of match them up so they're even. At this point, you can remove the pins, take your double prong clip, and clip it so it's holding your section together. Put those off to the side. I'm going to put my spikes together now so that I can do all of my sewing at one point. And you're going to want to space your spikes pretty far apart so that they're full along the back of the bow. So make sure they're even, just eyeball it. If it looks good, take your salon clip and clip all of the pieces together like that. Put it off to the side. If you've been here for a while, you know I have a lot of thread on my needle. Alright, we are going to sew these pieces. Going to start, go down and up, down. This is where you pull that clip off. You're going to want to hold this together just so you can use that needle to secure the ribbons together before you move your finger. your last stitch should be coming up. So this is kind of how you want it to look. Pull your needle through all the way. Like so. You're going to grab the other piece that you put together and put off to the side. This one just budged. Give me a second to fix it. All right. Sometimes working with a new style bow, you encounter problems like this. I'm leaving this in just so you guys can see it's not always easy. Okay, and again, without knotting off the other side, you are going to continue the same stitch pattern you did on the other side. And again, make sure your last stitch, you come up. Pull your thread all the way through. I watched actually a couple of videos on this style, and they all showed you different ways on how to do this. However, I am going to do this the way I found was easiest, and it was not in any of the videos. I'm going to pull the knot at the end loose. You want to give yourself a little bit of room. And tie the threads. And then you are just going to pull the threads tightly, like so. My hands are going to be in the way for a minute. I just need to hold it. And then you are going to put a second knot in to hold it all into place. Make sure that when you put this second knot in, you are also pulling tightly. And then I just put in 2 extra knots just for safety. Cut off the excess. Let me knot my thread really quick. And then we will work on shaping that mass that does not look very pretty right now. This is going to be your back. The side that has the ribbon crossing over like that is going to be your front. So I'm just going to sit here and adjust that until it gives you a nice loopy bow. Don't worry, it's gonna get better. Then you're going to do your spikes. You can sew up through here if you'd like. However, I just find if you run your needle through the center like that, pull it up, that will hold everything in all the layers together. And then wrap your thread around the spikes like so. So you get one full pass around. You can take your salon clip off. Don't mind the flying needle. I didn't mean for that to happen. Holding all of your ribbons together, give it one final adjustment. I usually lay it down on the table, give it one final adjustment till I'm happy with everything. And then holding everything down like that, I pull tight. You can pick up once you cinch just to hold on to it to give it an extra firm tug. Wrap a few times just to strengthen the hold. I come to the back, slip my needle up through and tie it off. Tying it off, I just wrap the thread around the needle a couple of times and then pull tight. And there you go, your spikes are done. Clip off the extra thread. Get my needle and thread out of the way because I don't need that. I do, however, need this stuff. Alright. We're actually going to be wrapping the center twice. First with the 3/8 and then with the 7/8 and the ribbon slider. But for now, we are going to be attaching everything. I like to attach the clip to the spikes and then attach the rest of the bow to it. There's a reason for this. When you just have the spikes and you don't have anything else, it's easier to make sure that it has fully adhered to your ribbon. So you just, with nothing else, you can really push down on it and make sure that it has fully adhered. And also, if you do it like that and you're not 100% confident with the way your spikes are flaring out, you can take this opportunity to run little dots of glue to ensure that your spikes flare out just as you would like them to. So if you have a little pucker, it's not a big deal. A little bit more hot glue. It'll be hidden with the rest, with the bow, so it really doesn't matter too much. And then come around to the other side. Little dot of glue. I've been doing bows for 7 years now, and I will admit there are times that I'm not confident in my spikes. And glue is what saves them. So there you go. And then I run a line of glue right across the spikes and attach the bow to the spikes. And that's what you have thus far. As you can see, I don't pre-cut my pieces to wrap around. I just take it right off the spool. And you wrap it around, cinch and pull tight. Like so. And then just add a little drop of glue in the center. And this is what you have thus far. You can take your time and really fluff out the bow. Get it shaped just how you want it. I like the really loopy look, so I'm trying to get these loops to be as loopy as possible. Let me add the bar into the back of the French clip so I can... No, I can't do that yet, sorry. I haven't added the other piece to it yet. I'm using 7/8 for this ribbon slider because I do not have 5/8. It's actually a 5/8 ribbon slider, but 7/8 will work as well. You'll just get more of a gathered look in the center, like that. If you used 5/8, it would be a nice flat center, but I do not have 5/8, so we are using the next size. And for some reason this is turning in a way that I don't want it to, so let's try that again. It's really important to make sure that your ribbon slider is on the ribbon how you want it before you attach it to the bow. Once it's attached, you're pretty much just stuck with it. So it pays to spend this extra little bit of time getting it perfect. Alright, we are on. Let me just carefully slide that up a little bit more. All right. What I recommend is adding a drop of glue to the center, gluing down the ribbon slider, making sure it is centered and on the bow just how you want it. Press down for a moment. And then you can take the pieces hanging out and attach them to the back. Cutting off any excess. You can use this method that I'm showing you to add the ribbon slider for pretty much any bow. And then take care of the other side. Making sure that the ribbon is fully adhered before cutting it off the excess. And heat sealing the ribbon. And then if you are like me and using a French barrette, you're going to want to put the bar back in. And close it up. And then take a moment to reshape the bow. You can leave it like this, and it's fine. But I like to stiffen all my bows so that I'm 100% sure they're going to keep the shape. So what I am going to do is go off and stiffen this up, and I will come back once it is stiffened.
1 hour later.
All right, we are back, and here is the finished bow. As you can see, it looks just like the one I showed you in the beginning. I'll bring this up so you can see. Again, the Portuguese translation came out to the blackberry bow inverted. I don't know how accurate Google Translate is. So this is just going to be an inverted boutique bow. I think it's best that we call it that. But here you go. This is the finished bow, and like the other one, it is on a French barrette, but you can put it on whatever clip you choose. This is the finished tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this tutorial, please click the like button. Share it to anybody else you know that likes making bows. If you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button somewhere down there. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments box down below. This ribbon, I will link where I get it, but it's from Ribbon and Bows Oh My. The link will be down in the description box below, along with the colors of these two bows. I also get the French barrettes from there as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful day. Bye.